Hey guys, Ben here from Velflex. Now today we're going to talk about ergonomics. Most importantly actually the height of the press and what's the best height for different operators, that sort of thing, to make sure that they're not getting a sore back, you know, they're not getting fatigued. Now guys, fatigue, soreness, that sort of thing slows down the operators in terms of their pressing speed, efficiencies, things like that. We want to be making sure that they're productive, getting 2 presses a minute, 1 every 30 seconds. That's the ultimate goal, right? But the way we achieve that is making sure that the presses are set up so that they're not getting tired. That can very easily happen by not having the right height of the press to the actual operator. And unfortunately, what we have is operators who are all different heights and sizes. So guys, making sure that we can accommodate for that in our production is really important. So I'm going to take you through some of the options here with the Hotronix styles range. Now guys, just to show you right now, we've got the STX on this table just here, and this is just a normal desk table sort of thing. Now we've got the STX on there, and this is what you might find in a lot of shops, but as you can see, it's quite low, particularly for me, and I'm not the tallest of people. So this here, if I was loading shirts onto this here, sure, it's easy for me to grab the handle, absolutely, but it's when I'm placing it down, putting the transfer in place, I'm constantly working like this with a bent back, right? And guys, sure, 10 presses, 20 presses, 30 presses, fine, no problems at all. But if I was here hour after hour doing 100 applications an hour, guys, this here, my back, I'm gonna start be doing these ones. And that is not okay. That is not the way that we wanna be pressing, because days, weeks, months, the person's not going to be able to do it for very long. Guys, on an STX here, if we've got on a table like that, we've got the table Caddie, which has a platform just like this, but suited to go onto a table. And we've got plenty of videos using the table Caddie to show you the right height. But also we've got the floor Caddie. And now this floor Caddie right here that I've got beside is perfect for the STX or the max range of Hotronix presses, and it sits in there. The feet lock into here as well, and it's got a locking bolt at the back, so it's very secure and sturdy. But this does a couple of things. One is obviously allows that threadability so that the actual garment can be threaded onto the bottom plate straight underneath, whereas at the moment, if we have a look, we've got our feet, we can't slide the garment all the way to the back, okay? So that obviously from a pressing point of view might slow us down a little bit. Here we'd be able to slide it all the way under the press, and you'll see whenever we're doing videos, we're typically always using that threadless, we're using the table Caddie. But more importantly here, if we have a look, in the back here, this here is spring loaded, okay? So it actually can go up. Now, by pulling the pin, if I can pull the pin out there, it'd be easier if I go around that side, but you get the idea, pull the pin out, and here what we have is a spring loaded system, and this goes up and down, okay? Cool, if I come along, and I wanna show you as well, what we've got here is this is now the fusion range of things, okay? And this is how we sort of kind of accommodate different heights of employees. Now, just to give you an idea, see the difference between the STX and the Fusion on a table. And this is why I've put them side by side, is because the Fusion with its threadability underneath, so you can actually get the garment and slide it all the way to the back, it's actually designed to be a little bit taller as well from a plate point of view. So you can see pulling it out. Now this is a much better working height for an operator. Cool. And pull it out, I can lean across, that sort of thing. But it's just below my elbow height here. This is much better. I could probably even go a smidge a little bit higher, but as far as using, this is much better. Cool. Again though, if you had a taller operator, this might be too low and they're bending over. And the difficulty with having it on a table like this, it's not adjustable. So as we move along, how can we use a table-based unit like this one here? And this is obviously our Fusion, okay? This is the pneumatic Fusion. It's got suction cups on the feet, so it's actually sucked itself down onto the table, so we know it's really secure. That's very important because these things do move around, right? Okay, so we've got this one suctioned down, and what we're using here is the trolley. Okay, so this is the Hotronix trolley, and it is adjustable. So we can see the height here. This one obviously is higher than that one there from a working point of view. Now, this is nice. Like when I'm talking, and I've swung that around, when I'm talking placing a garment on, having a look, excellent. I'm not crouched over. You can't see my back is actually bent. I've actually been able to do it with a straight back. excellent. The plate itself is below my elbow, okay? So here, it's not like I'm working down here, but also the plate is not above my elbow height. You don't want it sort of have to be up here because then I'm constantly working above my elbows. That also gets really tiresome throughout the arms and things like that, okay? So again, you want the plate below the elbow just so it's a natural sort of stance. Doing these ones, away we go. Now, let's just say I was an extra foot taller, okay? I was a basketball player. See this here, the actual trolley has a height adjustable handle right here. So I could screw this up and raise this up to the desired height. If I was a new operator who was a bit taller, just wind it up, get it to the height that I want, excellent, start using. Let's just say the next day somebody else hopped on. Say I came back into the room to do this. I would then be able to grab this and unwind it and drop it back down to my desired height. Now guys, this is obviously the table unit, the table fusion, but being put onto a height adjustable trolley. This is the Hotronix trolley. Or you've got yourself here, the floor air fusion, okay? So this is the floor air fusion, pedestal as they call it, okay? And it's designed for the pedestal being built into the actual unit itself, okay? So very similar to the pedestal that we had for the STX, which is a separate unit. This one's all built in. And the beauty of this is, look at the room that we have underneath this press. Now, where we find people using this one is not just for the height or anything like that, but bags and those awkward sort of products, promotional items that need to be put onto the actual plate, but you might have the golf bag or the umbrella or any of those sorts of things filling up this space. That's a different video, guys. If you want more info, check that out. What you can see here though, and I want to show you, is this is just too high for me. This here I've set is, I'm almost starting to have to reach onto it, right? So obviously I want to show you what was too high. And if it's up here, I'm going to start getting really sore in the back because I'm actually reaching up. I'm sort of almost leaning back sort of thing when I'm actually working on this. My arms are up high, that sort of thing. Certainly arms up in the air become tired very quickly, especially across your shoulders and things like that, the back, the chest. So you want to be having your arms down as I showed you just before. Again, here, if you can see, this is what the pedestal looks like when it's expanded out. So again, we've got the same pin, pull the pin, and this here is spring loaded so that an operator can pull it out and then lift up the actual press themselves. If they want, pull it out, push it down. So guys, that's how the pedestal works so that you can get the optimum height so that your operators don't get tired, okay, cross their arms, cross their back, cross their chest and shoulders, because tired operators are slower operators. Guys, if you want to know more about the ergonomics, getting the right height for your machine, reach out to us, email, phone call, check out our website, put a support case in. Cheers, guys.